discussion will focus on the heat presses I used in my store. And my objective is to convince you that you can start your own t-shirt business with as little as 1,000 US dollars. If you watch until the end of the presentation, you will get insight on the equipment you need and where to purchase them. All the equipment you need will be found online at Amazon, but you may buy some from department stores such as Walmart, Joann's Fabric, and Hobby Lobby. Shop around online and do some comparison before you purchase. Okay? I am not able to include prices for you because I made my purchases during 2017 to 2019. And as you know, prices have changed drastically since then. So I would advise that you go online and just pull up the equipment you need and other materials and do price comparison and make the best purchase that you can find out there. Okay. Let's pick up from the discussion last time with the US MH series vinyl cutter. So that's the cutter I purchased to start my business, and I highly recommend that cutter. It is not the cheapest available, but it's reliable. I have had no problem with it, and I've been using it since. So you probably can get one. I'm sure they will be about they'll be under $500. Some brands of inexpensive tabletop vinyl cutters are Cricut, Silhouette, and Cameo. More expensive ones are like Roland. I suggest you buy vinyl online as they are sold for less than you get them for from the department stores. Also buy the rolls rather than sheets. Here is a sample of shirts I made for my customer. In this screen, you will see my workhorse heat press. It is a pull-out press that allows me to work away from the heat and lessen my chance of burning my hands. This is a 15-inch wide clamshell heat press. It has a timer that allows for monitoring the settings for different types of fabrics, as well as different types of vinyl. The temperature goes up from 150 to 500 degrees, which accommodates cotton, polyester, jersey, and sportswear materials. Some brands of inexpensive tabletop vinyl cutters are Cricut, Silhouette, and Cameo. More expensive ones are like Roland, in case you have a larger budget or money is not a problem for you. I suggest you buy vinyl online as they are sold for less than you can get them for from the department stores. Also, Buy the rolls rather than sheets. Here's a sample of t-shirts I made for a customer. Being this is a clamshell press, it takes up less room than a swing press. And this is the main reason why I abandon my swing press. I keep it, yes, for backup, but I normally don't use it because it needs a lot of room to swing it away. And if I'm not careful, I am liable to get burned. So I prefer the clamshell ones. This press has settings on the panel for both Fahrenheit and Celsius. Watch the video and you will see it at work. The drawer can slide all the way off and I can put the shirt on top, or I can insert the tabletop inside of the shirt. Here is a preview of my swing away press. This is the first heat press I purchased when I started my t-shirt business. It swings away and it is an all-in-one press that has attachment for caps, mugs, and plates. It's 16 inches wide and it eats up to over 500 degrees. Although some entrepreneurs recommend this type of swing away press, I don't, because one of the cons is it requires a lot of space for operation. But one of the pro is that the attachment saves money, especially if you are a beginner. It also saves on space where you would have to require separate space for each standalone press. So with the all-in-one, you have everything pretty much in one. You have the other attachments that you can put away like in a cabinet and only take them out when you're going to use them. I also save on space for several standalone machines. However, it takes more time to switch out each attachment. So to me, I see it has a weakness when it comes to saving time, because each time you're going to, let's say I'm going to do some hats, I have to disconnect the table from the swing away press and then attach the parts for the hat. And if I'm going to make plates, the same way. So it really consumes times. I would recommend it for hobbies, but not for professional service. That's why I eventually replaced it for the two I bought later. Okay, so that's so much for the swing away. Other issues I have with the swing away is that it almost need two people to change out the parts. I have a very difficult time trying to disconnect the table and to attach the let's say the mug part of the press. So it's very cumbersome, and sometimes the heat press wants to fall over. And you see, when you have a small space working, you can't afford to screw down the heat press on your table because you might need the table for other things like as a workstation. So with the swing away, it's not very um, user friendly. It takes a lot, and most of the times I have to call somebody to hold it while I disconnect the table because what happens is when I remove the table, the heat press wants to topple over. So when I had my t-shirt shop, I didn't have such a problem because I screw it down to a table and that's where it stayed. But once I bought other items, other machines, and I want to alternate them, it became a problem. So right now I hardly use it. Um, but it's some place to start if you're just starting your little business and you don't have a lot of money. So watching the video, that's it there. I'm trying to demonstrate it for you and I'm even having issue doing that here. Okay. Coming up, you will see the mug attachment for the swing away press. And I can do small, medium, and large mugs, as well as latte mugs. I have probably about three different um, plates that I use to make these mugs. So I have the small one, and I have the medium and the large, like I said, and the one that's shaped like a latte mug. And I think I have two of those. So it's very versatile. It's just cumbersome to handle. All right. So there is it. Let me correct something. I think I just referred to the mug holders as plates a while ago. The plates are different. Um, the plates are used to make designs in plates and flat items that looks much like plates. I meant the cup holders a few minutes ago. So they come in different sizes. As you can see in this diagram here, there is a large latte mug holder here, and I have a smaller one, and so on. So coming up next, I'm gonna display the attachment for the caps, and it's going to be a little cumbersome, and I apologize for the video, but because the attachments are not bolted down, I'm having a hard time demonstrating them. But under normal circumstance, you'd want to secure the heat press to a surface where it stays put, and then you'd put on your attachment. But still, I find it kind of too much work to keep attaching and detaching and all that stuff. I don't know, probably it wouldn't be a problem for somebody else, but for me, it's a challenge. So after a couple of months of doing this, I decided to abandon that heat press and buy something that takes less work and put less strain on me. So see there, that's how it looks. When you're filming, sometimes it's good to have an assistant, and I didn't have anyone here to help me. So some of the things I'm trying to show you are not really in focus. And I wish I had a helper. Uh-huh. But, you know, try to make sense of the little that you can see. Okay. So here I'm trying to give you a 360-degree view of the swing away heat press. That's why I'm spinning it around, and I'm trying to use the camera. I'm spinning it with one hand, and then I'm trying to focus the camera. I had to take the camera off the tripod and use my hand to focus it. So I apologize for the bad video. So in this view, here is a demo of the attachment for the cap. And I have like 3 attachments um, for caps. I ended up finally buying a standalone cap heat press because this was wearing me out. Um, I think there's a picture of that standalone one in the video, but if I don't see it in the video, I will take a picture and include it. That one has 3 attachments too, but it's easier to work with. So here's a 360-degree view of the swing away press. And then coming up, you're going to see a little bit of the standalone heat press that I purchased. And I really like this heat press. It's sturdy and it's versatile too. And it's easier to use and change out the attachments that come with it. And I use it not only for um, shirts, I'm sorry, not only for caps, but I use it for small shirts, baby shirts, and onesies and so on. Or if I'm working on large 3X and so on, t-shirts that are very large, or if I'm working on a big open piece of fabric. Now the third press I bought is a 20 by 16 pull-out clamshell one. So it has a drawer that pulls out. It heats up to over 600 degrees. And the 2 main reasons I acquired this big baby is for my sublimation printing. It can accommodate large items and it reaches the ideal temperature for sublimating. But as I said before, the smaller printer is my workhorse. So this big one, I use it on and off basis, but it's good to have. And sometimes I do regular printing on it, but I mostly reserve it for when I'm doing sublimation. So when I'm doing sublimation of mugs, I have a toaster oven that I use as a knockoff um, oven for sublimating mugs because I find that to be a little better. Sometimes the heat is hard to control. Um, Sometimes I don't have even distribution of heating, but I've learned to work around that. So now guys, in closing out this video, I just want to put in perspective what I've gone over. I've shown you 3 different heat press, but basically it's the 2 different kinds. 2 of them are clamshell, and if you're limited on space, I recommend the clamshells. The other one is a swing away, and the versatility of that one is that it's an all-in-one, and it comes with different attachments. It comes with attachments for caps, for plates, and so on. But the drawback to that is it takes time to keep disconnecting and reconnecting the different parts you want to use. Whereas if you have a standalone, you may need more space, but you don't have to spend your time um, detaching and reattaching. Um, Places for you to get any of the items you need for your t-shirt shop. The best place to go is Amazon. There you have a lot of vendors and you can compare price and you can pick, choose, and refuse, and you can meet your budget. Okay? Hobby Lobby is fantastic when it comes on to t-shirts and a lot of gadgets for your shop, but Hobby Lobby is a little bit on the higher side. So your best bet is to go online. Okay? Um Now, as far as what you need to start the shop off, if you have $1,000, you can buy the necessary items. Like I said before, the good thing about a standalone heat press is that it comes with several different attachments. So as a beginner, you probably can start with that. You can get a small printer. Uh, any one of those brand printers you can get for $150. Good printer too, to use. Um, Include also a regular clothes iron because sometimes you want to attach things that are very small and the heat press is too big. I learned that over the course of doing this business. So get a nice heat iron, a heavy one, a clothes iron, a very heavy one, and keep that on hand, especially when you're working with baby products. Okay? Um, all your necessary other gadgets, you can get them at department stores. So those you may want to pick up. And if you have not done so already, watch the previous video before this. And next week, I'll try to put out something for you. Um, I'm not going to go into any price because the price has gone up so much right now. Inflation is up and a lot of things have gone up in costs. So I'm going to leave that as your job to find out. Please subscribe to the video. Please share it. Please give the video a like. And until the next time, I will put out another video on how you can promote your shop. Okay? Thank you for watching.